everyone, thank you so much for coming back to my channel for today's video. I'm really excited about the sweater tutorial that I'm going to be sharing later on in the video, but before we do that, I would like to take a few minutes to talk about the sponsor of this video, Vooglam. Vooglam is an online glasses company that has about 2,000 styles of glasses with a very wide range of aesthetics and styles and colors. They have so many beautiful selections to choose from. First, I'd like to show you these gold ones that they sent over. All of these are blue light glasses. You can get your prescription in them if you would like, but I got all of mine in blue light because I do a lot of editing, photo editing, video editing for YouTube, Instagram, all of that. So I really use blue light glasses all the time, and this is the first pair that I got. They are a gold style. They are gold with like a little braided accents on the top, and they are super beautiful. When I saw these, I instantly thought of them being more geared towards a 70s vibe, a 70s aesthetic, and I styled them in a very 60s, 70s style dress, flowy sleeves, some Steve Madden boots, and it just put together the outfit really, really well with some gold accent jewelry. But these are definitely giving me retro aesthetic vibes. And next we have these tortoise ones with some gold on the side. These can be perfect for literally any aesthetic at all, like casual outfit. If you're going out, you can dress them up nicely. I styled these with like kind of a Renaissance-y fantasy style outfit, and they truly are very versatile for styling. You could style these retro styled, you could do fantasy style, you could do them just a casual look, earthy look, anything that you want at all. These glasses would be really nice for. Next we have these. They are purple with a little bit of blue kind of ombre on the bottom, and I love purple. It's my favorite color. And here are these. These also could be styled in any aesthetic at all. I styled them in a whimsical aesthetic. I had like some flowy purple pants and a flowy crocheted style top, and I really love how the whole outfit came together. And I think they would also be styled with some really fun, bright, bold colors. Like if you're into very bright colors, these glasses would be a perfect accessory to your outfit. And lastly, we have probably my favorite, these green aviator style glasses, and I absolutely love them. They're very nice and thin. I styled these with one of my favorite vintage sweaters and a green dress to match the green of the glasses. But again, these would be very fun with a very bright, bold aesthetic. If you're into super bright and bold colors, then these would definitely be perfect for you. They're very comfortable though to wear for a long time, because I know a lot of people with office jobs have to wear their blue light glasses for a while, so you want to make sure they're very comfortable, and these definitely are. They have very comfortable nose pieces, and also with these purple ones, they don't have a nose piece, they just have the lens that kind of goes out like that for the nose piece. They're also very comfortable as well for long wear, and both of these have that type of nose piece, and then these two have the same just added nose piece. I love a lot of different outfit styles. I love dressing in very earthy tones, which, you know, these two would be perfect for. And I also love dressing in very fun and bright colors, so these two are perfect if you like to do that as well. If you'd like to get yourself a pair of prescription or non-prescription or blue light glasses from Vooglam, you can use my code for 15% off your purchase. Thank you again so much to Vooglam for sponsoring this video. Okay, so for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this very fun, wavy, crocheted sweater. And I really love how this colorway turned out together. Hobbii sent me this beautiful fluffy worsted weight yarn. It is their jade yarn. I will have a link in my description if you would like to purchase your own. But when I saw this yarn, I have wanted to try the wavy crochet stitch for a very long time, and I just never got around to it. But when I saw all these fun colors, I thought it would make a really fun wavy sweater. So I figured out how to do the stitch, then I figured out a pattern, then I figured out how to make the waves straight on one end so you can seam everything together. This sweater is extremely beginner friendly. So if you are a beginner and you know the basic stitches of double crochet and seaming something together, but you do need to know basic stitches for this video. We're gonna do some double crochet 2 together stitches, but I show you how to do that. We're gonna do some increasing, which I also show you how to do in the video, but you will need to know how to do a double crochet and a couple other things. But I would definitely say that this is a very simple tutorial for anyone to make, and I absolutely love how it turned out. It turned out really, really good, so I'm very, very happy with it. You could use like oranges and browns and reds, maybe yellow or a cream, and you could make this very 70s, like a 70s style vibe. I have like my own blanket in my living room that has like the wavy stitch, more kind of like chevron-y, but wavy, and it has the oranges and the reds, you know, this very 70s, 60s style colors. And if you're very into that aesthetic, you can easily switch the colors to make it match your vibe. You could do all blues, like different shades of blues, and add some white to kind of look like ocean-y, mermaid vibes. So you can easily change the colors of this to match your aesthetic. I just use these colors because Hobie sent them to me, and they are so beautiful and fun to work with. And I don't have that many fun, bright colored sweaters, so I thought it'd be fun, but I do want to make another one with greens, like different shades of greens, maybe adding in like a pop of brown or cream or something, but I definitely want to make another one with greens. But it's so pretty, very nice transitional autumn piece, and I hope you guys really love it. I hope you guys make one of your own, and if you do not forget to tag me because it absolutely makes my day. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you love this sweater. If you have any questions, just type them in the comments and I will try to respond to them as soon as I can. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. To show you how to make the wavy stitch, I'm just going to use some random acrylic yarn that I had in my stash, but for this project I'm using some Jade Hobie yarn. I'll have the link in my description. It is a worsted weight yarn, and I'm going to be using a 5mm hook. Right now I'm making the front panel of the sweater, and I'm going to be making a slip knot and chaining an amount that is a multiple of 14. And I want my sweater to be more of a boxy fit, so as you can see here in this picture that I put up, that white line, I'm not going to be chaining an amount that reaches my shoulder to shoulder. I'm going to chain an amount that is much past that. So I'm going to chain 84, and that reaches quite a long ways from past my shoulder to shoulder. But if you would like yours to be more of a slimmer fit, you can chain from shoulder to shoulder, but I am just chaining 84. And once I have the amount chained that I want, I'm going to chain an extra 3. So you're going to chain an amount that is a multiple of 14 plus 3. So I chained 84 plus 3, and then in my fourth chain from my hook, I am going to put my first double crochet. And those 3 chains also count as a double crochet. So in that fourth chain from the hook, we actually have technically 2 stitches because that chain 3 counts as a double crochet. And in my next 4 stitches, I am going to put 1 double crochet in each stitch. So 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next for 2, 1 double crochet in the next for 3, and then 1 double crochet in the next for 4 double crochets. And next we're going to do 2 double crochet 2 togethers, and I'm going to show you how to do that stitch. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops left on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Now we're going to go ahead and make a second one by yarning over, inserting our hook into the stitch, pulling up a loop, yarning over, pulling through 2 loops on our hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. And there we have our 2 double crochets 2 togethers. So we have 4 double crochets and then our 2 double crochet 2 togethers. And now we're going to again put 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in the next 2 stitches, we are going to put a double crochet increase. So in the next stitch, we are going to put 2 double crochets in the same stitch. There we have 2 double crochets in the same stitch, and in the next stitch, I'm going to do the same thing, put 2 double crochets in the same stitch for an increase. And then again, in the next 4 stitches, we are going to put 1 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once you have your 4 double crochets, you're going to again repeat that double crochet 2 together stitch 2 times. So here I'm doing it 1 time. And then I'm going to do it a second time. I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on my hook, yarn over, insert my hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. And there we have our 2 double crochet 2 togethers. And then I'm going to put 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So that's 2, 3, and 4. And here's what we have so far. As you can see, it's kind of getting a little bit wavy. You're starting to notice it just a little bit. And next we are going to do our double crochet increase in the next 2 stitches. So we're going to put 2 double crochets in 1 stitch. And then we're going to do that again, 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So we're going to increase in the next 2 stitches, 2 double crochets there. And after that, you're going to put 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And as you can see, there's kind of a pattern developing of 4 double crochets in between our double crochet 2 togethers and our increase. So now that we did our double crochet increases, we're just flip-flopping back and forth, and we're going to do our double crochet 2 togethers now. So I'm just yarning over, inserting my hook into the next stitch, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, insert my hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. And that is 1, and then I'm going to repeat that for a second time to do another double crochet 2 together. And then after that is done, I'm putting 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now, as you will soon see, I have only 1 chain left, and in that final chain I'm going to put 2 double crochets into that chain, because you remember at the beginning of the row how that chain 3 counted as a double crochet, and we had that chain 3 and a double crochet in the same stitch. So basically you were just increasing in the beginning and at the end of every single row. So 2 double crochets at the end of the row, and then that chain 3 and double crochet counting as 2, remember, at the beginning of the row. So now you can see we have 1 row, we have our little wave going on, and it's so cute. I absolutely love it. So now we're going to start our second row, and you're going to start it by chaining 3. 1, 2, and 3. Then you're going to turn your work, and in that same stitch that the chain 3 is in, you are going to put a double crochet, because remember how I said we're going to increase in the beginning and at the end of every row. So in that first stitch that you see there, you are going to put a double crochet. And then again in the next 4 stitches, just the same thing that we did in the previous row, we are doing 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So this pattern repeats itself completely, but we're still going to do a couple rows together. After you have your 4 double crochets done, we are now, just as we did in the previous row, we're going to do our double crochet 2 togethers. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3. And then you're going to do that one more time. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And then in the next 2 stitches, we are going to do our double crochet increase. So in the next stitch, we are going to put 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. And then again in the next stitch, you are going to do the same thing, a double crochet increase, and put 2 double crochets in the same stitch. And then in the next 4 stitches, you are going to put 1 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're back to doing our double crochet 2 togethers. So we're going to repeat that again in the next 2 stitches. So now we have 1 done, and then we're going to do that another time for a total of 2. And then once those 2 are done, we are going to put 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And as by now you probably noticed, the row is just completely repeating itself. It starts off, of course, with our 2 double crochets, that chain 3 counting as a double crochet, and then a double crochet right in that same stitch. And then we're doing 4 double crochets, 1 double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches, and then we're doing 2 double crochet 2 togethers, then 4 double crochets, then an increase in the next 2 stitches. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets in the same stitch, and we're doing that 2 times, and we just did that again. And then we are going to do 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And then after that is our 2 double crochet 2 togethers. And I'm just doing that right now in the next 2 stitches. So there I have 1, and there's my second one. After that, there will be 5 stitches left because our chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So I'm going to put 1 double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. But in that last stitch, that chain 3 of the previous row, I'm going to again increase in that stitch. In the top of the chain 3, I'm going to put 2 double crochets. And there is what we have so far. We're going to go ahead and do one more row together. So I'm going to chain 3 again and turn my work. And then in that same stitch, you are going to put a double crochet. And this is technically an increase because that chain 3 counts as a double crochet. And now in the next 4 stitches, we are putting 1 double crochet. And the same thing that we did in row 2, it just repeats itself in row 3, 4, 5, however many rows that you do. So after your 4 double crochets, you're going to do 2 double crochet 2 togethers, just like we've been doing. And then after that's done, you're putting 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And you're just going to continue on doing the exact same sequence that we've been doing in the previous 2 rows. And if you are more of someone who likes to see the visual instructions, I made this little guide on my iPad with what stitches come where in case that is a little bit more helpful for you. And once you reach the end of the row, there will be 5 stitches left. And in that final stitch, you're going to remember put 2 double crochets. And this is what we have so far, and you just keep on going for however long you need. For my front panel, I made mine 26 rows. So I made, of course, 2 of those, two panels, the front panel and the back panel with 26 rows, and then I repeated the exact same thing for the sleeves, and instead of chaining 84 plus 3, I chained 56 plus 3, and I did 27 rows for the sleeves. And for your sleeves, that is definitely dependent on how wide you want them, if you want them more form-fitting, if you want them fairly wide. But mine, I chained 56 plus 3, and it fit perfectly for me, and I ended up doing 27 rows, which was perfect. And once I had all 4 of the panels, I realized I needed to make a flat side so I could seam it together a lot better, because the wobblies are not easy to, of course, sew and seam them together to make the sweater happen. So I figured out this little pattern to make it straight. So basically we're just going to use small stitches and taller stitches to make that side nice and straight so we can seam it together perfectly. Once you are done with the length of your sweater, don't cut your yarn. I cut my yarn because I didn't realize that I kind of just forgot that I wanted to add on the flat side. So just don't cut your yarn. I have to add in my yarn here because I cut my yarn off, but if you don't cut your yarn, you won't have to. So wherever you left off, and if you have your length that you want, just go ahead and leave your yarn attached, and we're going to go ahead and do our crocheting to make this wavy side flat. So you can go ahead, chain 1, turn your work, and then in that same stitch that the chain 1 is in, you are going to put a single crochet. And then in the next 3 stitches, you are going to put 1 half double crochet. Here we have 2 and 3. And then in the next 6 stitches, we are going to put 1 double crochet. Because as you can see, our wave is dipping down, so we need to build up our stitch to make it much straighter. So in the next 6 stitches, I am putting 1 double crochet. And then after that, we need to make our stitches smaller because we're getting up to a higher part of our wave. So in the next 3 stitches, I'm going to put 1 half double crochet. In the next 3 stitches, and then in the next 2 stitches, I'm going to put 1 single crochet. And that is the sequence that we are going to repeat all the way down. So now we are going to, again, start over, putting 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then in the next 6 stitches, we are going to put 1 double crochet. And then in the next 3 stitches, we are going to put 1 half double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3. And then in the next 2 stitches, we are going to put 1 single crochet. And this again is going to repeat itself all the way down. I did make another little visual for you guys if that's more helpful. And you're just going to do this on one side of every single panel that you made. So I did this for the tops of my front panels. So this is the top of the front panel where the neckline is going to be. And then again, it's going to be on one side of the sleeve so we can easily sew it to the sweater. And you'll be able to see that in a little bit once I show you how to do that and how to seam everything together. So I'm just going to keep on going with this same pattern until I reach the end of the row. And then once you reach the end, you should have one stitch left, and you're just going to put one single crochet in that stitch. And then it was not as even as I had wanted it to after one row. See, this one in the front has only the one row, and then the next one has a row of single crochets. So I was like, I need to add a row of single crochets. So after you are done with your row, go ahead and, with that making the row straight row, go ahead and chain one, turn your work, and do one row of single crochets all the way down, just single crochets. You can do more than one row if you would like, but for me the one row was perfect. So just chain one, and in that same stitch you're going to put one single crochet, and then just one single crochet simply in every other stitch all the way down the row. And then once you reach your last stitch, you're just going to chain one, cut your yarn, pull out your hook, and there we have all of our panels done, and we are ready to sew it together to finish up our sweater. So here we have our lovely panels, and as you can see, we have our straight parts right there for the sleeve. So we're just going to start sewing everything together. And to figure out how wide I wanted my neck hole to be, I just placed the panel right on top of my chest and put my stitch markers right where I wanted to start seaming for the shoulders and where I wanted my neck hole to be. So I'm just at the end here where I have my sleeve attached. I'm just going to simply do some whip stitching, which is basically just going back into the right side of the panel with your tapestry needle, just pulling out a bunch of yarn, cutting a big old piece, and inserting your tapestry needle right on the right side, just on the same side, not going back and forth, like sewing back and forth, back and forth. You're just going on the same side. See how I'm going on the same side again? And then I'm going to again go on that same side, going underneath both loops. And if you need a more detailed tutorial, there are a lot of great tutorials out there for how to whip stitch. But basically it's just you go underneath both loops on the right side of what you are sewing together. And I'm just going all the way down until I reach my stitch marker. So going underneath both loops on the right side. And then once I reach the end, I'm just going to insert my tapestry needle under that final loop that I made, and then I'm just going to repeat that on the other side for the other shoulder. To figure out where I want my sleeves to go, I'm just counting all of my rows, including that straight row that we made, and I'm counting it all the way down to this one, and then I'm going to go over to the other panel and count the same amount and insert a stitch marker there, just so we make sure that we end on the same amount and that we're perfectly in the middle of our panel. So basically, to get it in the middle, I just counted 13 rows from the top of the shoulder all the way down, and then repeated the exact same thing on the other side, just to make sure that it's perfectly in the middle, because if it's not and if it's wonky, then it messes up your sweater. So you want to make sure that it's perfectly ending on the same row for each panel. And now again, I'm just whip stitching the sleeve and the panel together. And on the panel, there aren't any nice stitches that like are perfectly in order for us to go in. So you kind of just poke it in wherever under both loops, just going and repeating the exact same whip stitching method that we used to seam the shoulders together. And once you are done seaming both sides, you're just going to pick it up just like I did here with what we were seaming together facing outward. And now we're just going to sew the sleeves closed and the body by going from the tip of the sleeve all the way to the armpit and then back down. So now I have my sweater on my desk, and I'm just showing you a little bit more up close on how I did this. So I have the bottom part of my sweater here, and I'm just inserting my tapestry needle through the first available stitch, and I'm just doing my whip stitching again right on that right side, going under both loops, both available loops. There really aren't any, again, set loops to go into, but as you can see, I'm just going into any available ones, just putting my tapestry needle only on the right side there, and making sure that every single row color is lined up. As you can see, my greens are lined up well, my purples are lined up well. Just keep on watching that and making sure that everything is lined up well so that the piece looks cohesive all the way around. So just make sure that the rows are matching perfectly on each side. And if you changed color every row, this will definitely be a lot easier to make sure that you are having everything nice and straight, just like I am doing. And now I'm just turning her right side out because I want to go ahead and steam block it before it's all ready to go. And I, at this point, was like, oh my gosh, it came together. I was super excited and giddy and ready to just steam this thing and get it ready so I could try it on. And I am so happy with the finished result. I can't wait to show you in a couple seconds. And here she is. I'm obsessed, and she came together so nice. I had no idea really technically what I was doing, how to make the waves straight. I kind of just wung it, and here is the outcome of winging it, and I am absolutely obsessed. I love it so much, and if you are going to make this sweater, please comment and let me know what colors you're going to make it because I absolutely love knowing that. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you absolutely loved it. I hope you make one of your own, and if you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. And as always, if you crochet your own sweater, don't forget to tag me because I would absolutely love seeing all of your wavy sweaters. I love seeing all of the things that you guys make with my patterns. It just makes me so incredibly happy. But thank you again for being here. That also makes me so happy. I hope you guys have the most beautiful and blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.